So hello everyone, myself Sushil More, your host for this channel. So this is OHS Warriors. So today we are going to have a wonderful podcast with one of the guest speakers. So before starting the podcast, let me briefly introduce myself. So I am Sushil Bore. I am an occupational health and safety professional. I have I have been working in manufacturing industries since last 10, 11 years, and I have rich experience in occupational health and safety. So basically, I was working in industries, and but some at some point of time, I realized that I had some kind of restrictions in myself. I had some like I was not getting respect in my job, though I was passionate about my job, but I'm passionate about my field, but I was not getting respect, and I had some like knowledge. I had to upgrade my knowledge, and all those kind of things that came into my mind. Then I decided that I have to do something for it, and then I took a decision to for the self development. I quit my job and I did a master degree course with the help of and support of my family. My wife supported me throughout that time, and I did a master degree course. And through that, I have built a lot of confidence about my field. And I gained a lot of skills in that. So I'm very much confident after the course. But then one more thing I wanted to improve, that is a personality part or the inner self part of mine. So for that purpose, I have joined another program, and that is the transformation program. And I'm going through that. And I have seen a lot of changes in myself in this journey, and I'm going improving day by day. So this is I want, and throughout this journey, I realized that a lot of people like me are facing these challenges, which I faced 2 3 years back. So I want all those professionals to be like empower those professionals. I want them to also like gain confidence and do work in the OHS field, because this OHS field is about the health and safety of the people who are working in industries. So if we are able to contribute to that, their health and safety, the world will be a very impacted. So this OHS professional is a one or two persons in an industry who is the key person of influence. So that person, if he improves in his particular field, then definitely there will be a bigger impact in the health and safety overall of the world. So so my vision is to see the world of industries or workplaces with safe and healthier workplaces and focused on employee well-being. And my mission is to transform 1 million OHS professionals by helping them to grow in their career and helping them to become unstoppable. So this is about my vision and mission. So now coming back to the podcast. So this is the podcast specially designed for helping OHS professionals. So when we talk about the self-development, so first thing is to identify his own self. And that comes when we talk about the self-image. So self-image, I personally feel, is a very important thing in any person's professional's journey. For the OHS professional as well, self-image is very important, because I have faced these issues like self-image. I was not feeling good about myself and all those things. This has really impacted. So definitely I want each and every OHS professionals to overcome this issue and accelerate their career, move forward. So we have an amazing guest with us. She is a self-image coach, and she is a very energetic person, very enthusiastic person. She is a massive action taker. I know her from last 3 4 months, so I really admire her so much. She's like she's full of energy. She's like a key person of influence, I can say. And definitely she is going a bigger impact in the world. So we have Santoshi Bhosale here. So Santoshi, you can come on screen. So
thank you so much, Sushil. That was really a very wonderful introduction. I mean, you mentioned it as key person of influence, but yeah, definitely this is my aspiration too, to become the key person of influence in my industry. So yes, thank you so much for inviting me to hear this podcast and believing in me that I would be able to add little value to your mission, to your vision. So thanks a lot for doing this.
thank you so much. And once again, thank you for taking out your precious time, because you have a lot of busy schedule, but taking out time for like OHS community, for building, for improvement of the OHS community. So thank you so much again.
My pleasure, Sushil.
So we will move forward to the questions. The first question we have, like, uh, so tell us the audience little bit about your background, where you come from, and what have you achieved till now. So from background to what have I achieved now, little bit in brief.
Okay. So it's a quite big journey, but still I will try to summarize it for you and your audience. So basically, I am this engineer. I work in IT industry, and I have been working since last 7 years now. So this is just my professional background, which I'm telling at the moment. Like, I'm an IT engineer. I have worked with multiple big companies. I have worked for international clients. So it has been an amazing journey for me being in the IT domain. But as you also mentioned in your story, right? I mean, when we do job, we have this thing within ourselves that we want to do more in life. There is this internal calling everyone have. So when I was in my second year of my job, basically from that time itself, I was very passionate about multiple things. So just to tell you, like in like somewhere around 2017, I started doing this fitness journey where I transformed my own life. Like I lost around 14 kgs. I did certification in nutrition. So I am ISSA certified specialist in fitness nutrition. So I was very curious about fitness at that time. Then eventually I started finding my more passion, like what are the things that I'm passionate about. So I was doing my job, but at the same time I was trying to figure out what are the things that makes me feel good. So this was one thing, fitness. Then I encountered that storytelling is the one another thing which I love to do. So I started going to the schools and colleges and started like I started on small scale, and I didn't continue for long because of the job thing, as you also know.
Yeah.
So I like went to almost 3 to 4 schools just to see like how good I am in storytelling. So it was again a great experience, but I didn't continue it. Fitness is still I'm doing. And then I encountered another passion for poem, which I am continuing in my life. Then I encountered another passion, which is basically content creation, which you also aware of that I love
Yeah.
to do video making, editing, and all those stuff. So what I'm trying to say over here is because I am in the job domain, which is completely technical, but it was not giving me that kick or that satisfaction that I want to do more because I was good at my job, but I was not passionate about the things I was doing. I was more passionate about the things which I mentioned you now, right? So that was the point where I like it started now 4 or 5 months back, where I am now consistently following my passion and I'm enjoying this so much. And if we talk about self image, right? Self image, I have read many books on that because this is my niche. And I could see like the limiting factor which is there in many people's life is the way they see themselves. Because you don't see yourself as an authority person, you don't see yourself as a key person of influence, you do not act accordingly. Everything you mentioned about, right? Like self-confidence, self-esteem, self-development, and all those stuff. All these things really sounds very fancy. Let me tell you this, because I was also doing these things. I was also taking many courses on how to like build self-confidence and how to develop my personality and all this stuff. But apart, like, okay, all these courses are good, but I realized unless and until we don't address the root cause, which is self-image, all these things are not going to work at all. So once we really have to think for our own selves that, yes, I am going to do this. I want to do this. I want to achieve this. Once that is done, everything is sorted. So this is what I am following now and helping my clients also follow this thing of self-image because it has immense power.
Thank you so much for giving a brief background about yourself. And I forgot to tell the audience that you are a multi-talented person. You have multiple talents and you are passionate about, and so great to have those kind of things shared by you. So the next question we have, if you talk about self-image, it's a very inner thing. Like people are not able to realize that they have a self-image issue. So how can someone realize, how can someone identify that he's having, or she is having a self-image issue?
That's actually a very good question, Sushil, I must say, because many of the time people is not aware only that this is the problem I have in my life. I mean, I have heard many people saying this, that everyone is talking about the symptoms. First of all, let me tell you this very upfront. Okay, I'm not confident. Okay, I don't have clarity. I don't have this. I don't have that. But no one is actually questioning themselves or doing the self-discovery part where they would be able to identify the root cause. So when you're asking now, right, how one should identify. So there are a few things which I learned in Psycho-Cybernetics book, which is kind of very helpful. It was written like somewhere around in 1970s or 80s. And it has been like now 50 to 60 years that book has been written, but still it holds the same value till date. So in that book, for everyone, like if they want to identify that they really have this problem, so what that book says is, whenever you fail in any examination or any relationship or anything, past incident, okay. So if you're living your life in present, and if you're cribbing about the past incidents that has happened in your life, so understand at that moment itself that you have the problem of self-image, because something has happened in the past, but you are carrying that baggage in present and impacting your possibilities of the future. So this is a very good sign if at present you're talking about your past experiences, past failures, then this is the high alarming signal you really have to work on your self-image. So this is just, I want to give a very simple tip. If at present you're talking about your past experiences, how you failed, so that is the indication that you need to work on your self-image.
So does that mean that a person should, whatever failures or whatever incidents, like bad incidents he had, so person should forget all those things, and look only the positive things. Is it that?
Okay, so one thing you mentioned is positive thinking. This is not something which we can control, honestly. I mean, many people talks about this positive thinking, but thoughts, you also know, like 60,000 to 80,000 thoughts comes in our mind, and that is happening on unconscious level. We don't have any control of this, and it's very difficult to even analyze which are the thoughts which are positive, which are negative. It is just our mind is chattering box, basically. It is continuously chattering, right? So this positive thinking or the failure part which you're talking about, so I will definitely say that yes, learn from your failures, because I understand this thing. When we fail, right, so we assume this thing that we are not good at anything. We try to feel, we try to self-sabotage, we try to feel very inferior in terms of like maybe relationship or maybe in any professional domain or social event or anything, right? So basically, when you fail, now you have to think of it as a learning. This has been told by many people. I'm not telling anything rocket science, but still, I just want to give maybe one perspective of failing that many people feel, right? They have this perception, if you're failing, you're not moving forward, right? So I just want them to pause, take a break, look back. They will identify they have already traveled. They have already moved from the starting point and have come to some point. So it's not about they are not moving forward because they have already did that. Maybe things have not worked, but now they know what are the things that is not going to work for them. So next time it's a learning. So they will not incorporate those things in their lifestyle maybe. So if we just change our little perception regarding failure, we will understand it's just a part of our life. Success and failure is like two parts of the coin, heads and tails. Nothing will, if there is success, there has to be failure. We don't learn from our success, but we learn a lot from our failure. So we need to embrace the failures we have in our life because that's the shortcut for the success. Failing multiple times is a shortcut for a winning idea, basically.
Yes, yes, yes. So as you have mentioned about the failures, and we want to know, like, what is the biggest failure you have faced in your life and what have you learned from it?
Okay, I actually would like to tell you a story because I have failed miserably and I carried that burden for a long time. Like, I can't tell you, but maybe I can't express you, but I will just try to summarize in a story form. So when I was in school and like I shifted my school from fourth standard to fifth standard, I was like in slum school. I was there till fourth standard. Then my father, like he sort of understood that this is not a good place for my child to be in. So we all shifted to different city to have better education and everything. So when I switched from fourth to fifth in some other school, I was very like at that time also I still remember like I was very underconfident girl. I used to feel very shy. I was very introvert and like going to different situation or different environment. It took me like long time to adapt to that environment. And I used to top in that school, the slum school which I'm talking about. Till post standard I was the topper of that school. But when I went to this high school, which was in Navi Mumbai, so it was like very fancy school. I felt like, okay, where I have come, I have no idea, but I felt like I am lost in this new world, which I am in now. So I started believing this thing, I am not good for this school. I don't know. I unconsciously started believing this thing. And in first unit test of that school itself, in fifth standard, I failed. I was the only person failing in the examination in that school. And I still remember my teacher, the class teacher, she said in front of the whole school, I was anyways, in any which ways, the low on confidence girl, very shy, very introverted. And on top of that, to add on, my teacher, she just told to everyone, like announcement, right? When we had this results out, you are the only girl who failed in the examination. Because of you, my class result is not 100%. And I felt so bad at that time because till now I had this image of topper and suddenly I became failure. And as a child, I was not able to understand like why this has happened or why this is happening at that time. But because I knew that there is this inner voice within me which always wanted to be topper, so I promised myself that I will be, when I pass out this school in 10th standard, I will be the topper of this school. So slowly, from 5th to 10th, I took very small step to improve, to build that confidence, to see myself as a topper of this school also. And in 10th, I was topper of that school. So it's not about failure. It's about how you overcome those failures, how you learn from that failure, how you develop that, how you see yourself first as a something big or topper, and then you work towards it progressively. You don't have to like, I was not having this dream of like topping on in that division itself. In fifth standard itself, I don't wanted to top, but I wanted to top while leaving this school. If I have failed when I entered, while exiting, I'm going to top. This was my mantra for at least when I was in school. I never topped in 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th till 9th. I never topped, but in 10th, I topped. And that was just, and I felt so good. That was the first realization that failures, if we take it as a learning, it works. It really works.
So that was a very inspirational story, actually. Like coming, like having a low self confidence after a failure, then taking a decision to have like a big uh, decision, and then proving it on yourself. So very inspiring story. So now moving on to next question. Like so tell us something like if someone want to improve in his or her life, so what is the importance of having a mentor in your life?
That is really an amazing question. That is truly an amazing question because I personally connect with this thing a lot. Even before, like I said, right, like I'm still in IT industry. I still work as network and security engineer, but somewhere, as I told you about, like I had passion about this, that, and so many things. But mentor is the only person in your life that will show you the path. You can have 100 different things for you playing around in your mind. You might not have the clarity how to go ahead about it, because I didn't have the clarity. I knew that I was passionate about so many things, but I don't know how these things will work. I don't know how, like being in the IT industry, I will come up with something like this. So their mentor played a great role for me. Now, if I am a self-image coach and if I'm saying that I am an authority person, that confidence mentor has like sown, the seed of that confidence has been sown because by my mentor. So I truly believe that everyone should have mentor, because we don't have answers to all the questions. Life is so big. Somewhere we are going to get stuck, but mentor will just handhold you, get you out from the place where you are stuck, and lead you on the path which is full of abundance. So for me, mentor plays that role, and that's why I feel mentor is the most important person of your life. And if you see, like example, right, our Indian culture has been a like epitome of this guru culture, guru shishya parampara, right? Every shishya had a guru, and like if I have to tell an example, like Swami Vivekanand had Paramhansa ji, right? Ramakrishna. And he has created Ramakrishna mission and Ramakrishna ashrams all over the country. So because Guru knows you well, then you know yourself. Because Guru has already traveled that path. You don't have to go through all the like problems and life situations, because Guru is someone who has already done for you. You just have to follow his path, and you will be very effortlessly like traveling that journey. So yes, I feel mentor is very important. I admire Swami Vivekananda a lot. I have heard many of his stories, and why Guru is like so important, I could relate from his story. That's why he built this huge movement, as well as this huge ashram and everything. Whatever he has done, it's for his Guru, because his Guru has changed his life. So I feel Guru is very important, or you can say mentor.
Yeah, definitely. So so yeah, moving on to next question. Like now, so every successful people, we have seen that they have some kind of habits, like some rituals or kind of things. So how important is having a rituals in your life?
Okay. I guess, yes, this is also pretty much very important, because I do this, like I have this habit of following rituals. So with rituals, maybe many people get confused, like if they have to this puja part or something, but that's not the case. Rituals are more about you expressing your gratitude to the universe for the life you have. Then rituals are basically about all those things which will empower you in a way. So as you also know, and I also know, like the rituals which we follow, it's majorly around like gratitude, imagination, then visualization, exercise, and reading, right? So these five things, it has helped me immensely, because I am very creative person. I always imagine a lot of things, and because I imagine, I am able to take actions accordingly. So I really feel that this imagination and visualization part, basically, they helps you build your future version. I mean, it's not good to stick to your past, whatever happened in the past, because I also had many failures in my past, but I always learn. And I always try to create a bigger picture for myself. And these tools help me. The rituals you're talking about, it basically helps me to think of a bigger picture, bigger possibility that is lying in front of me. So that's the big thing everyone should do in life, because without rituals, you will feel like low on energy and you don't feel like doing anything basically. So gratitude, again, it's one of the most important thing. You will have all the successful leaders, big leaders, they are practicing this thing, gratitude. Whenever you see any speech also, right? People start with gratitude, like how they are thankful to their parents, to universe, to their mentors. So this we are giving, like it's just like we are throwing our energy. We are showing our love to our whomsoever people there is, right? And because we are throwing our love and energy in the universe, we will get those things back. So if we are going to like throw hate, we are going to get hate. So why not choose positive things, right? And gratitude will do that. Reading, you also know how important it is, the reading part. The millionaires, billionaires, they read like around 52 books in a year. So if they can find time to do that, so we definitely have to. You can see, like I have like now many books.
Yeah,
I
I
have
can see that.
collected many books. I have like Kindle version also. I feel very connected to the books.
Yeah.
So reading is very important, at least for me, because it has helped me. It helps me to see how different people have um, handled their life situations. You will find all the people. You might have read the book "Can't Hurt Me," right, by David
Yes.
Goggins.
Yes.
What a man he was, and what a life he has crafted for him. I feel like wow, books like that, it should everyone should definitely read. And also Dave Gadvi, like he has written this 80% mindset, 20% skills. In that book itself, we are able to find like how this mindset thing helps a lot.
Yeah.
Skills are just 20%, we can build anytime, but it's over here majorly. So yeah, books like this, it's like an insightful thing, and we should definitely do it. So yes, rituals very important, and everyone should follow it wholeheartedly.
So, we have a very short session. So we are just coming towards the like an end of show. But I want to ask, short, like, so you are a multi-talented person and you have a lot of interest and a lot of things. So why, like, self-image you have chosen as you for helping the persons, like.
Okay, so in start, as you mentioned about your vision, because that is coming from your pain point, right?
Yeah.
You have seen those things happening and it was bothering you, and that's why you chose this mission or vision, you can say. Similarly, for me, I have seen what my self-image has done to me. Like school incident, I have already mentioned, but there were a couple of more incidents that happened in my life, like the normal people, that these incidents happen, relationship issues, breakup issues, and some educational stuffs here and there. So you face so much of failures in life now. At one point, you start believing that you are a failure. So it has happened with me also. And like 2 years back, when I started my spiritual journey, when I started discovering myself more, I found, okay, I mean, I don't have to live with that baggages, right? It has happened in the past. Let me try to make my life more interesting the way I want, basically. So when I started doing that, I encountered that it's very easy actually to just forget about all those things and build a new image for yourself. And that's when I got to understand that this self image is really important, because it is again a choice. You can stay with your older self, you can keep like self sabotaging yourself, you can keep blaming yourself, you can keep blaming maybe people also for whatever is happening with your life. But once you just change the perspective of looking at your own self and also to the people, then you will understand that outside situation has no role to do with this life, the one which I am living. So I got to know this maybe very late, I would say, and I don't want people to lose on the golden opportunities of their life, because everything revolves around self-image. First, you fix your self-image, then eventually everything is gonna fall place for you. So that's why I chose this niche. I'm passionate about, yes, multiple things. I am definitely going to use those as a tool. Like my poetry will be a tool to create a movement. And I have already started the self Karigar movement. So where I would be doing more videos, I would be doing poetries, I would be doing success stories. There are so many things I have planned doing for now, and I'm very happy about it.
So very interesting. So definitely, I would definitely want you to be a very, very successful, like in your like vision, mission, because it will have a lot of impact over the, like, so many lives. So many lives are going to be changed. So you have chosen a very good thing that is very, very crucial, very, very important in this particular age. Like a lot of people having that issues like that. So great, you are helping the people. The audience want to know, like, how they can reach out to you, like, for if they have something like self-image or something they want to consult you. So how can they reach out to you?
Okay, now I'm very much active on basically all the social media platforms. So if anyone wants to reach out to me, they can reach out definitely on my Instagram, on my Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. YouTube, they can see videos if that can help them. But yes, definitely on these three platforms, that is Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn, I will just give you the handles, my social media handles. You can put maybe in the description. So if anyone wants to reach out to me, yes, definitely they can. And I would be happy to help people who has this problem of self-image, because I believe that everyone has this capability of crafting their life the way they want. That's why my self-Karigar movement is about this stuff itself. Like I want to awaken people to believe in themselves. And I have also released my ebook. Maybe I can just give you the link of that ebook also in your description. You can put that. If it can help any people, I would be very happy.
Yeah. Congratulations for your ebook. It will be really helpful for all the persons to have a, like, know what is the important tips or something like that, and then they can contact you anytime. So the last question, coming to the last question. So the last question is that, like, what is the one message that you want to give to all the audience, that for the life you want to give a message?
There is only one message. I am living by that message, and I want to sow that seed of that message in every people's life. And that is, craft your life the way you want. That's it. I just want everyone to be self-Karigar. That is the person who has all the power to craft his or her own life. That's the only message.
So thank you so much, Santoshi, for sparing your time and coming to our podcast. And it has really helped, to know a lot of things about, like, self-image, and a lot of inspiration stories about yourself. And so there is much more to learn, but this session is very short. So we will be connecting you for again and again for like expert advice on those self-image kind of things. And if possible, we will invite you somewhere, like where we have a gathering, or somewhere we can invite you and you can address those people. So thank you so much once again, Santoshi.
Thank you, Sushil. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for helping out people. And I'm happy to help in any which ways I can. So thank you again for inviting me. And I wish you all the best for your mission and vision too.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. So with that, we will end this session, and see you again. So we will be having another podcast as well for like OHS expert. We will be inviting OHS experts in the show. So looking forward to it. So thank you so much. So we'll end the session. Okay. Bye-bye. Bye.